Thank you, Chair. This is to Tim. So by what criteria did you choose to put Thomas Skinner on Strictly Come Dancing?
That was not my decision. That was the production team looking for those people that they thought you've got two criteria: those people who want to do Strictly, and those people they thought would be interesting to the audience. That was it.
Okay, so there's a claim that Narinder Kaur was deemed too controversial to be on Strictly Come Dancing. So how are you evaluating
I've
this?
never heard that. We don't say that you have to agree or that there'll be people with different views there. Clearly, we wouldn't take anyone whose views are, just beyond the pale or we would see as completely unacceptable or not suitable, racist views, all those things. We wouldn't accept them. But that's not the case here, from what I know. I'm not an expert on the individual per se. I've read some of the coverage, but I think we're a pretty broad church when it comes to Strictly.
There's not a specific criteria then that you're adhering to. I mean, Thomas Skinner.
What criteria are you thinking of?
On the basis of who gets onto Strictly Come Dancing.
I understand that. What criteria would you?
Well, if one is deemed too controversial, what is that? There must be a criteria if somebody is deemed too controversial.
But I think it's related to do they have there may be views you don't agree with, but that's not to me a criteria. We're into a dancing programme here. We won't be talking about current affairs. We'll be looking at how well they dance. I think this is fine to cast an individual as long as they're within boundaries. And look, it's one person within a long lineup of different individuals, different people have different views on the casting this year, by the way, the other way. So I think it's just the nature of the beast in a social media world that everyone have a bit of a view. I don't think it's right to say, we won't have anyone who's never said anything that you either disagree with is slightly controversial on social media. I don't think that works.